Okay, so I'm going to take you through some of the shortcuts in Chrono as well as just using your basic profile and your settings. So if we see we're in just the main page here, if I want to use one of the simplest things to do, let's say I'm always doing these rice cakes before I train. Well, I can copy this over to any day that I do it again simply by highlighting. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and I'm going to highlight everything that I'm going to be using in this snack again. I'll head over to these triple dots. I'm going to copy the selected items. And let's say I'm going to do this again on Wednesday or whatever day works. I'm going to triple dot it again and I'm simply going to paste. Another nice feature is let's say this day here, I know I'm going to probably do something really consistent for the rest of the week. I can head over to the following day. Let's do an empty day. And I can go ahead and simply copy previous day. And it's going to copy everything. I double copied those because I used that as an example a second ago. So I can also delete selected items and boom, we're right back where we started. So those are some of the simplest things that we can do. Another way to make a shortcut is if you make a certain thing consistently, like a recipe. For me, it's breakfast casserole or it's egg white oatmeal. You can enter this as a custom food. So you head over to the foods, custom recipes, and then for example, in my breakfast casserole, I know that I put these items in it for this particular week. And then you would add each individual item, however much you used, measure out what a serving would be. In this case, I just took a fourth of the total so that when I enter one serving, I know that that's 1/4 of what I made. And then you just copy it on over, you enter it as an entry. So that's another really easy way to hack it. Navigating your profiles. So understanding that when you head over to settings and then profile, this is a pretty valuable page because it has your basic information and also does a really accurate calculation of an ideal caloric intake. So let's say, for example, we've got some info entered in here. It uses the Mifflin-St. Jeor equation. Just keep it as is. It's a pretty solid one. That is what calculates your basal metabolic rate. That's the calories that we burn just by existing, like if we sat on a couch all day. So this guy right here, activity level, takes a little bit more of an accurate calculation into account. So I just put in moderately active, mostly because if I actually put in very active, it'd be super high, and I really kind of got to be on my game to eat that much. So let's say you're working out 4 to 5 times a week. That would probably include this. If you're at 2 to 3 times a week, I would include lightly active. Otherwise, this is going to go ahead and take into account your targets for you. So if you head over to the targets page, that being said, most of the time I usually calculate this for you guys, and that's why it says fixed values. If not, it would calculate, you could head over just to the macro ratios and it would give you a 25, 40, 35% split for your macronutrients, and you could tailor that however you wanted to. But for the most part, we do fixed values, but if you were ever going to update or change your macronutrient targets, it would be on this page. Once you updated it, you'd head over to your diary and it would reflect the changes for you. So those are the main notes in Chrono. The upgraded account, which I think is just like $34 every 3 months, is kind of nice. The main benefit to it is that you get to kind of split the meals up. And then there's also a way to share it. But I probably have your login information, so not super required, just an option in case you want it. Hope that helps, guys.